It is 8 a.m. I think. I wake up without an alarm. I still get up early, so typically before 7 a.m. actually, since it is a little bit of a later day. But actually, no matter where I am, no matter what country I'm in, my body seems to just wake up early, which is really cool because I've always wanted a life where I didn't have to wake up to an alarm, and now I do that. But also, I travel a bunch as a travel influencer, so it's just interesting that my body just knows when to wake up. So, anyway, I did a morning meditation that I listened to on YouTube today while I was in bed, and I'm waiting for my water to boil for my tea. I normally like to turn on some jazz music in the morning, but I'm actually trying out something a little bit different today where I'm going to read some morning pages like I used to. I used to read a ton in the morning for at least like 30 minutes and then I stopped. So I've been trying to get back into it and read for at least 20 minutes of a nonfiction book in the morning. I think nonfiction is just easier for me to take in the morning, whereas fiction is more for my like enjoyment and entertainment, and that's something that I will read in the evenings. So let me grab my book and my glasses so I can start to read this morning. So I've been sitting here journaling for a while, and I've talked about my journal so many times, but it is really my moment of reflection every single day about either what happened the day before or what happened this morning, because I normally like check my emails and kind of get updated in the mornings. And this is my saving grace. Like, this is the only reason why I feel like I have actually been quote unquote successful, which I don't always like feel, at my best or feel successful, but I think this is like the only thing that really saves me every single day. And I've been journaling since 2020 and I've been journaling almost every single day. I occasionally will go back and read them to see how I'm feeling and, like how far I've come since then. But I think as an content creator and as an entrepreneur, it is so hard to really know what you're doing because you just never know what you're doing, right? And even when you have plans, like, things like may get derailed and things change and everything. So I just feel like my journal just like has all of my everything. So I haven't even touched the book yet, like the book that I wanted to read today, because I've just been journaling for the last like 20 minutes, which a lot of times my journal ends up being word vomit. And then when I go back and read it, I'm like, what was I trying to get? But it's a really great way for me to just get my thoughts on paper, and it doesn't really have to make any sense because like I'm the only person that's reading it. But yeah, like journaling has been a part of my everyday routine since 2020, and that is absolutely insane to me. But I love that I've kept it up and I love that I keep doing it. And lately I've been taking pride in my journals and like trying to buy quality journals. So I got this one in Japan from a store called Iota in Ginza, and it's a leather binding, and then I can just replace the papers on the inside. So whenever I run out of papers, I can just get the paper refills, which I think is really cool. So I love this journal. It is in pristine condition. Like, I'm just obsessed with it, and I'm really happy that I did purchase and invest in stationery that I like because it's a part of my everyday life. So I just finished my 20 minutes of loud for at least the morning. I think I'm going to read this evening, but I love this book a lot. I wasn't expecting to like it either. So I just finished the chapter on being willing to die alone, and I think that's such a strongly worded. The chapter's called I'd Rather Die Alone. First of all, I've been following Drew for a while now. She recently did get engaged, which people like talked about on TikTok, but I liked her content because she's just like so unforgiving and also like strong-minded. Like, she has like such strong opinions all the time and doubles down on them all the time. It's something that I really admire because if you haven't heard true story, she decided to create content, like the final push of her like creating her profiles because a man was following her continuously in the gym. Like she was working out and this guy was just like always following her and always berating her, and it made her very uncomfortable, and it got to the point where she didn't even want to go to the gym anymore. So she was just like so uncomfortable with that, and through her platform wanted to stand up for women who were in that type of position that just felt like so uncomfortable with men that mistreat women and like think that women, they are entitled to women in their bodies and things like that. So I just really admire that because I'm one of those people too that feels like I have to be nice to men because of things that men can do to you. Like it's not lost on me, and it actually has happened to me multiple times where men have grabbed me, where men have threatened me, when men have become incredibly nasty and disgusting after I've told them no. So her like standing up for women publicly is like so admirable to me, and I bought her book just to support her. Like I like to support other creators as well, if they're having like in-person events and like I like their content, whatever, like I'll buy it. So I bought the book and I am really enjoying it. So the chapter I just read, I'd Rather Die Alone, is about how like you just need to love yourself so much that you just don't even care if there is someone else in the room or a romantic partner by your side. And I'm someone that I'm very career focused. I've always been career driven, and I don't really prioritize romantic relationships in the way that like the average girl would. And I'm not saying that in like a pick me girl kind of way. I mean that like I genuinely don't care if I'm in a relationship, and my friends from like high school and college just like never understood that of like, why don't you care if you were in a relationship? And I just like, I could not be less interested if I tried. It just is something that I'm like, I'd rather do something else with my life that I think is like contributes to society or contributes to other people or impacts people in a positive way. But like a romantic relationship, I've always seen as like an accessory. Like a man is an accessory. Like I love a nice pair of earrings. I love a necklace, but like, do I need it to get dressed? No. Like I need clothing. I need shoes. Do I need earrings? No, I don't. So it's just refreshing to see someone else that has a much larger platform than I do to talk about it, in the sense that like, yes, she's in a relationship and she is engaged, so about to be married, but like it's an accessory to the rest of her, like to the rest of life and whatever else she has going on. So yeah, really enjoying the book. I am about half of the way through, and I'm sure I'll finish it probably later on today. I do have a lot of editing to do later on today. But anyway, now it's time for me to get to my actual work, my emails. So it is 9:30, and most companies that I work with actually are in different time zones. And LA is like the latest time zone. So typically my emails are always waiting for me when I get through that part of my routine. So I'm just going to answer a few emails and then get to breakfast. I'm sitting on the floor because my laptop was overheating, but it took me a little bit longer to answer emails than I thought, or what usually it takes me. So now I'm gonna get up and make breakfast. If you've noticed, I've been wearing my bonnet this whole time because there is no reason for me to get dressed when I originally wake up and do my morning routine. So I'm typically wearing my bonnet when I'm answering emails, but then when it's time for me to record content and go to meetings and things like that, then I'll actually get dressed. So my morning routine happens in my pajamas every single day, and I love that for me. So I am going to make breakfast. Let's find something to eat. I just finished breakfast. I forgot to mention that the first thing I drink every morning is water, and this Stanley actually stays in my vanity. So when I wake up in the morning, I always drink water first, and then that's when I brush my teeth and go through the whole thing. But now that I finished breakfast, it is 11 a.m. It's a pretty late morning for me. Normally I'm done my morning routine by like 9. This is also what I do when I don't have tennis. So when I have tennis in the mornings, I get up really quickly and just grab a bite on the way out, and I will do all my journaling and stuff when I get home. So I hope you guys enjoyed this morning routine video. I will say it is very different than what I used to do back in the day. It's much more slow paced, and it's a really nice, easy way for me to get started into my day. But afterwards, I normally hop in the shower, get dressed, and then start recording for the day. So that is what I'm gonna do, but I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.